Welcome to Love TV Africa and welcome to the Career Spotlight section. This session, week in, week out, we talk about profession and what it takes to pivot into them.
Love TV Africa, your personal development channel.
If you have a background in education, let's say educational management, educational technology, adult education, early childhood and primary education, or even if you don't have a background in education, you are passionate about teaching, about training, you are a teacher or you like training, impacting knowledge. This profession I want to talk about is one of the fast rising profession, lucrative and highly in demand professions that you can look into. There are quite a number of roles that come under this e-learning. Think of e-learning developer, learning management system administrator, LMS administrator, e-learning content writer, curriculum developer, instructional designer, e-learning project manager, learning experience manager, e-learning project manager, L&D, learning and development specialist, training manager, online course developer. There are quite a number of positions under this profession that you can pivot into, and it is currently in high demand because technology is rising and organizations, in order to keep up with the pace of technology, are seeing it that training and creating learning opportunity for their employees will enable them to catch up with the development, with the trends in technology. And you as a professional in e-learning will be able to help organizations, aside from the fact that you are going to be working with educational institutions in order to take their learning online, you are going to be able to work with organizations as well to develop learning courses online, manage their LMSM to roll out courses for their employees to receive appropriate training on the development in technology. And also, EdTech is now on the rise. The number of education technology companies that are coming up is massive. So, and by being an e-learning professional, you are positioning yourself for a role within the fast rising EdTech space. To start a career in e-learning, there are three categories of skills that you need to develop. The first are the theoretical or the background knowledge, which is something you can get if you have a background in education, curriculum design, instructional development, measurement and evaluation. But even if you don't, there is no problem. You can learn these things that I'm about to say online through basic e-learning courses. You need to know about the design methods. You need to know about adult education principles and approaches. You need to know about instruction design method and principles. You need to have a knowledge of accessibility standards and e-learning technical standards. So these things are the background that will help you to thrive as an e-learning professional. The second category of the skills you need to learn to pivot into e-learning profession are the technical skills, the software skills. The first one you have to learn is e-learning authoring tool. There are quite a number of authoring tools that we use in e-learning, like Adobe Captivate, Articulate 360, Articulate Rise, Articulate Storyline, Camtasia. They are custom made to create your e-learning courses. So they have the templates that you can work with. It is not compulsory that you know every one of them that I've mentioned. You can just pick one or two. So I recommend you just consider picking one of the Articulate softwares. It could be Articulate Rise, Articulate Storyline, or Articulate 360. You can pick either of them, and maybe Adobe Captivate on the other hand. Those two will be able to do you to start as an e-learning professional. You need to also know how to work with the learning management system. Learning management system are like the platform that enable you to create and manage your online courses. So you can as well create your e-learning courses on the LMS, and but it goes beyond creation. It also has to do with distribution and managing. So on the LMS, your students are able to come, register, take the course. You can track their progress, get data on their performances, and even administer results and certificates to them through the LMS. One of the popular ones you can learn is Talent LMS. Another one is Module. Another one is Google Classroom, another one is Schoology, another one is Adobe LMS, and there is Canva LMS as well. So you can just learn one or two of these. I recommend learning Talent LMS and Moodle. So you need to know other basic computer functionality like Microsoft Office Word, Microsoft Excel, Google Workstation, Google Doc, and all that. Those are basic that you need to know to be able to do anything online. Knowledge of visual and motion graphics tool like Photoshop, CorelDRAW, Adobe Premiere, and all that can as well help you in your career as an e-learning professional. One underlying thing is that e-learning is a combination of like three professions. The first one is education, the second one is design, and the third one is technology. Where education meets with design and technology is where we call e-learning. So you need to be familiar with all these three fields in order for you to have a solid e-learning career. And the good thing about it is that all these three things are things you can learn. And like for any profession, soft skills are also very essential. For to be an e-learning professional, you need to have this taste for knowledge. Even though you might not be the one creating all the content for all the courses, but being knowledgeable, having basic knowledge about every course, everything you're going to be working with, will enhance your creativity and enable you to present something that is most suitable, that is very suitable. Another thing is you need to be very creative. You need to have eye for details, an ability to you need to be able to think creatively and come up with a course that is not just captivating but engaging. Of course, you need effective communication skill. I don't think there's any position where you don't need that, an ability to solve problem. So you need to be able to think critically and solve problem, because e-learning comes with a lot of challenges, and you'll be working with other people, you'll be working with subject matter expertise who are most likely to be the one to develop the course content which you are going to be using from the learning course itself. You need organizational skill and project management skill to manage projects from the beginning to the end is very paramount. It's not negotiable in this role. Since you are going to be working with subject matter experts, consultants, your ability to work with these people goes a long way in determining your success as an e-learning professional. The industries you can work as an e-learning developer is endless. The native industry is education and EdTech. You can work with universities and other tertiary institutions in developing e-learning courses. A lot of these institutions are now doing online learning, are now doing open distance learning program, and they will need you to put a lot of their courses online. You can work with corporate organizations. Many of the corporate organizations has training schools. They have business schools where they train their employees and offer training services to others. You can work with learning and development company, training company as well, testing company. You can work with them. Likewise, you can as well start your own company instead of working as an employee for those industry, for those organizations. You can start your own company where you are going to be getting contracts from these tertiary institutions, corporate organizations, and edtech company to help them to develop their e-learning courses and probably manage their LMS platform. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video and you want to see more video content like this, kindly subscribe to this channel, Log TV Africa, and turn the notification on so that when we make more video content like this, you can see them in real time.